Hello everybody, I'm Darlene Placido and this is my very first video I've taken with my brand new blog and my brand new video camera, so it's been quite the learning experience. What I'm here to show you is the new Nellie multi-frames. They come packaged in this packaging. They are from Holland, from Nellie Snellen. Their code numbers for you who collect is MFD005, MFD006, 007, and 008. For those of you who have to check and see if you have these yet. They are new. I've had them in for a few weeks though, but I've been trying to get my blog set up. So I've been saving this for my first episode. They come in this gaily decorated colors here. With this one is green and yellow, and they're put together, and when you cut them together without separating them, you get these very lovely designs. I would like to show you what you get. It'll cut out like this and you separate it, and the first thing you will get is this flower, and then the next design will be this square with the flower cut in the center, and then the next one will be this other square with a stamped image in there. Would be so beautiful. And then my favorite of all of the stencils is the last one, the big one. Isn't that great for a card front? You just put your make a card with that, put that as the topper, or as if you have an A2 size card, cut this out with something underneath it, a stamped image in there. So beautiful. Put beads or rhinestones around that. Just lovely. And then combining these are just wonderful too. That would make such a lovely card doing that. But here's the deal. It limits us to have these stencils like this. So what we do is we cut them. You take your X-Acto knife, you just follow along the edges and cut them down and cut them out into individual things. Well, and you might say, well, why? They're perfectly aligned. I don't want to do that. But you will, because once you cut them and separate them, as I've done here, I'm not going to show you cutting them out. That's just a waste of our time. But one recommendation, use an X-Acto knife that is about spent and you're ready to dispose of, because when you hit the metal, and you will, especially with the round or oval ones, it makes your blade no longer good for the fine details of paper crafting. So you want to use that after you're done. That blade will be spent. You cut them out, as I've done here, into 3 separate things. Now what's nice is when you want to go back and make these lovely, intricate, hollowed out centers, there's little notches here that you line up, and it's hard for you to see in the video, but they're there, and you line up these notches, and then I would take a piece of tape on the other side, a removable tape, for my die, and line it up, and you will get these perfectly things. I have done this with all my cut ones, and you can see I did a pretty good job. And these I didn't even tape. I just eyeballed these and ran them through for the sake of trying to get something on my website. Once you do that, now the possibilities are, not only do you have those beautiful ones, but you have these solid ones that you can stamp on or add to cards. And these are so nice. You can just see the possibilities there for you people who stamp or embroider on that little square. And then I also wanted to remind people, the reverse images, the negatives, nice card toppers there too. A little window right there. Or something like this is a card topper. Very nice too. So really think with these templates. The possibilities are endless. I am selling these for $8.50 a piece, and that's a great bargain when you think about all of the possibilities you have to do with one set. Now that what I showed you is the square. I'm going to move on to the circular. And the circular, here are the dies for you to see. I've cut them out, and they're all separate. And we'll move those aside, and we will show you at first what they cut out when they're together, like so, and you line up the notches. You get first this lovely flower. Now it's a different size than the flower that was in the square. You can see if I put them there to compare them, it's bigger, which is nice. You could layer them for effect. and I'd probably layer the same size, but very nice. This one's more conducive, I think, for a greeting in the center. And then you get this shape, just beautiful. And then this is the other one. And then, of course, my very favorite, which I tell everybody, this is why alone I would buy the set, are these card topper ones. They're just so pretty. Again, the rhinestones or beads. Some of you who are just into embroidery could do so much with these. I'm thinking of the trapeze cards, imagining kind of centering these to make them suspended would be so pretty. I know some of you could do that. You guys are very talented in my groups. And then, of course, that's using, remember, this set with the within each other, lining up the notches. If we take them away and we have them alone, per se this one, we get this lovely cutout, which I really like these shapes. I love little like ribbon edge things. For me, that's just very elegant and something I really like. And then the last one we get is this one, and of course the sun would, the little flower would be the same. And we're going to move on to the next one. Oh, and again, the cutouts for windows, I wouldn't do these two together, but I did it just to show you what it would be like to create a window or a card front. Very pretty there too. Next one, we're moving quickly here because I have a 10-minute limit and I have to rush. This is the ovals. Again, if you took the ovals and lined up the notches and cut out various assortments, this is what you would get. The top one is this lovely little ribbon charm that you can slide the ribbon through a ribbon slider and put a little sentiment on there from your fonts on your computer. And then this ribbon, this die, followed by, this is the next size up with this one. And then of course this lovely one which makes this nice card topper. Now if you don't put them in order, in nesting inside of each other and cut them separately, you get this one, and then that's the next size up, and then this one, great for stamping images. I'm a little house mouse fan. I can just see so many of the house mouse images fitting in there. And then this is again a window I showed just so you can see that the reverse images, think about what you're doing and don't waste those, because this would be a nice card topper. And then the last one we have that I wanted to show you is the rectangles. And again, I've cut them and separated them so we can get much more use out of them. But if we were to line up the notches and keep them together, the images we would get would be, we'll start at first with, again, my favorite is the card topper. Like I said, imagine rhinestones and beads. And I do have a rhinestone tool coming up later that you guys will really like. I'll be doing that in a future show and showing you some great things to use with the Hot Fix rhinestones. Then this one, and again I did these real quick, not paying a whole lot of attention to lining them up, and look how nice they came out. And put some tape and pay attention, you'll have perfect ones. And then this is the smallest one. And then of course if you don't, if you take them out and use them individually, you can get this. Again, nice size for stamping. This is a nice size too for a small stamp, and then this is a great size for a sentiment. So that's it. Again, if you want to see more about these, please email me at dutchpapercrafts@gmail.com. It'll show up on the screen. And what I need is from you in the email is which sets you would like: rectangle, square, oval, or circle, or all, or a combination. And your zip code and your PayPal email so I can send you an invoice. The postage is actual postage. There's no hidden fees there. And I do use PayPal as payment. And that's it. I hope you enjoy this episode and have a wonderful day. This episode will be followed by a die cutting machine and how to die cut them. Thank you. Bye-bye.